On today's show,
we have Kenwood Excelon DDX793. We're going to open up and take a look at it, so stay tuned. Let's open this bad boy up and see what comes in the box, shall we?
it's kind of heavy. Got wires.
We get a bypass wire extension for the emergency brake, a power plug, owner's manual with a bag of screws and some extraction tools, a trim bezel.
Oh, that's important.
Ooh, Bluetooth microphone. That is important.
Okay. Oh, kind of heavy.
Comes with a oversized double din cage. Alright, so let's take a look at the back of the radio. So you have your Sirius XM port right here. You have the iData Link Maestro inputs right here. You have your power plug, obviously. The purple white wire is your reverse trigger input. There's an RCA hanging off the back. This is your front camera input if you decide to add one. There's one USB. It's right here, also hanging off the back. This is a 3-foot piece. You have your microphone input. You have your auxiliary input. You have your rear camera input here on the bottom. You have the rear entertainment or rear video output right here on the top. This is so if you want to play the DVD on a rear screen, you can using this. It's not dual zone. It'll just mirror the front screen's DVD onto the back. You have a 4-volt preamp output section for your amplifiers. You have sub, you have front, you have rear, and you have your antenna input. Now we'll turn it around and take a look at the front. So we have a 7-inch VGA color LCD with LED backlighting, 800 by 480 touch panel. So let's take it through the steps for setup. The first thing we have is demonstration. We're going to go ahead and turn that off. You have language select. You have 21 languages to choose from. There's a bunch of them. We'll just stick with English. You have angle. So you have 6 different angles you can have it. You have US iPod, USB 1 wire, or AV input. You're going to want to leave it on USB 1 wire. That's going to allow you to do auxiliary and USB. If you run into a situation where you get no sound over the iPod, you've accidentally switched it to USB plus AV in, you can go into the settings and change that after the fact. You have your front camera on and off. You have your rear camera on and off. And then you have user customization. So go ahead and hit enter here. This will allow you to pick a background as well as change the color of the bottom. So like if you want it to be blue, you want it to scan, you can do that. Go ahead and get out of there. Scroll to the bottom, and then when you're done, select finish. This is your home page. This is where all your sources are going to be. You have HD radio. You have Pandora. Pandora is going to come from your smartphone. So depending on which one you're using, you'll need to have that downloaded on your phone. You have your CD DVD. Now the CD DVD goes behind the radio, so you hit the eject button here. And here's your CD DVD slot. Across the bottom, you have the red Kenwood light. This is also the reset. You could take a pin and press it in there and it'll reset the radio. You have volume up and down. You have AV, which if you hold it will also do display off. You have menu, which will take you into the menu. Comes up across the bottom. We'll talk about that more in a minute. And then if you press and hold, we'll also turn on the camera. You have home, which is going to take you back to here. You have telephone, so if the phone is ringing, you can go to telephone. If you press and hold it, that'll launch the Sirius free or your voice control. And then of course you have eject. So those are all your buttons across the bottom. So on the screen you have the 9 key, which if you go ahead and hit that, it's going to show you all the sources that you have available to you. Hit this arrow here, it'll go ahead and take you to your other ones. So they're all listed here. So we already talked about the CD, DVD. You have USB, which can be used for iPod or a thumb drive. You have Bluetooth audio. You have your auxiliary. As we said, it's Sirius XM capable, which is not built in. So you do need an SXV300 add-on tuner. The OEM features down here are for if you're going to do the iDataLink Maestro. This is going to be where you see the gauges and stuff like that. iDataLink Maestro is not available for all cars. If you want to check, you can go to their website and check it out. Standby. App control, which really doesn't, there's really not a lot of apps that this controls. I don't know why they put it in there. It will not do things like Facebook, YouTube, and all that. It's not that kind of app control. Pandora, iPod, which is the same as USB. It's not a dual USB. It's just when you plug an iPod, it goes ahead and populates that. Android control. This is for music off an Android phone over the USB. Your telephone menu, as well as your HD radio. Now you have, we'll go to HD here. We'll hit this icon here. If you notice, you have these three icons right here. Now what those correlate to is these three icons right here. So these are what are called your favorite. So we'll go back. So you have your iPod video, your Android, and your phone. Now you can change those. Obviously you might not want these three. You might want to have HD radio down here or Sirius XM. Hit settings, hit display, scroll down until you see home customize, hit enter. Now what you can do is you'll have to click on an icon and then change it to something else. So let's say we want to do that, then come here, and then you can scroll through until you get to HD radio. So you have to lose the icon to move the icon. And then if you want to come over here, you can change that. And when you're done, just hit the X and you're good to go. So one of the premium features built into this is the AptX Bluetooth chip.
Yeah.
Now what it does is it allows it to have the same or almost the same quality as if it was plugged in over USB. So it makes the sound amazing. So, you know, a lot of people in the past would complain, oh, when I'm playing it over Bluetooth, it doesn't sound as good. I have to play it over aux or over USB. It's not the case on this unit. It's got awesome Bluetooth for sound. Now, another thing it has is dual phone pairing.
Ooh, okay.
Dual phone pairing is for your cell phone. So when you have two phones, you can actually have access to both phones at the same time. So no matter which one you get a call from, it'll go ahead and ring through. So let's take a look at that. You notice across the top we have two different phones. Nando's phone's number 1, Mr. White is number 2. Over here you have your incoming, outgoing mist, your contacts, and your favorites, as well as your 9 keys, which is what you have up right now. Now I can get a phone call on either one of these phones. Like right now Mr. White is active, but I get a phone call on Nando 13. So it automatically switches to whatever phone is receiving the call. So when on Bluetooth audio, if you'd like to switch phones, just hit the gears, go to paired devices, and just tap on the other phone, and it'll go ahead and switch to your other phone and allow you to play. Now it doesn't matter which phone is playing over Bluetooth, it will automatically ring to the opposite phone if it needs to. So whatever phone you're listening to doesn't affect the Bluetooth phone feature. So at the end of the day, you can have all the features you want. You know, you can have it do all kinds of neat stuff. You know, whoopee! You need it to sound good. And this radio sounds really good. It's got an awesome EQ pack built into it. It's got a 13-band EQ and a crossover and time correction and all that cool stuff. So let's take a look at that. What we want to do is put it on an active source. So we'll come over here and we'll hit this button here, which is the EQ button. And here we have the 13-band EQ. We also have presets as rock, pop, easy, top 40, jazz, powerful, user 1, and natural. Now, a couple features about the EQ. You have the ability to just do this. You can also fine-tune using these buttons here. You can adjust the subwoofer volume here and here. You can also use with this, all source. Now, Kenwood radios have a feature called Source Tone Adjust, which allows you to have a different EQ setting for each source. So if your aux doesn't sound as good as your Bluetooth and you wanted to tune it, might be the phone, who knows, or you want FM to sound better, you can make a different EQ setting for each source. Now, if you're sitting there going, whoa, no thank you, you select all source, and you select OK. Now what that'll do is it'll allow you to put one EQ curve for each setting. Makes life a little bit easier. Now to get into the full EQ, what you want to do is hit the menu button and pull up Setup. Then you have your EQ, and then you have your sound effects. Sound effects are a really cool way to easily change the sound of the radio to the better without getting all crazy. So for example, you have your loudness control, which is great if you're listening to it at lower volumes. It's a 3-step loudness control. You have low, mid, high, or low, high, and off. You have drive EQ, which adds a little bit of noise cancellation for road noise. You have space enhancer, which virtually enhances the sound space using the DSP system. You have small, medium, and large. Makes the cab sound bigger. Supreme restores the sound lost due to compression. You have Realizer. Realizer virtually makes the sound more realistic. And you have EQ, or Stage EQ. Stage EQ moves the center of the sound to the lower or higher points of the car. So it'll move the sound from down here to up here, or up here to down there. Just hit the button, low, middle, high. So you can use all these to do real basic adjustments and get substantial sound differences. Next you have your balance and fader. You have your speaker crossover. You can tell it. Now the cool thing about Kenwood, all Kenwoods make it real easy for you to set up the crossover. You really don't even need to know anything. You can decide what kind of car you have. So if you have an SUV, you can tell it where the speaker is. So you could say, come over here and just like rear deck, door, and then speaker select. What size speaker do you have? Do you have a 6.5? Do you have a tweeter? You repeat the process for the rear. So let's say the rear has a 4 3/4, and then you tell it what size subs you have. Now you've basically gone ahead and set up the car very easily. So you don't even have to do anything if you don't want to. Now if you do want to, you can come over here and select, come back over here, hit crossover, and now it'll take you into the full crossover. You can adjust the frequency here. You can adjust your level here. You can adjust the dB. You have 6, 12, 18, or 24 dB per octave slope. So it's got a ton of stuff. So you can make it as easy or hard as you want. So there's no reason to be intimidated by it. And then you have time alignment. Time alignment is you tell it where you're sitting. So for example, if it's just you're sitting front left. And what it's going to do is give you a generic setting. These are feet. You can also go in and adjust these to more accurately represent your car. And then you have the ability to go in and adjust the volume. So if a speaker is too loud because it's too close to you, you can turn it down. Or if it's further away, and that's because there's nothing obstructing it, you can turn that down as well. You can do the same with the subwoofer. Select down. Then you have volume offset. Volume offset is a really cool feature. What it allows you to do is set the gains, or not the gains, but the volume control for each source. So radio, iPod, USB, AV input. So let's say the radio, you put a CD in and it sounds great. You go to the radio and it doesn't sound as loud. You can come over here and turn that up. Same with an iPod, a USB, or an AV input. If you're playing music off your iPod and it's louder than everything, you can turn it down. If you're playing, let's say, Bluetooth audio and it's not loud enough, you can turn that up. So some phones don't put out a really loud Bluetooth audio. So you can come into Bluetooth audio and you can turn that up there. So it gives you the ability to maximize the volume output of the radio to compensate for something that's either too loud or too quiet. So there you have it. There's an overview of the DDX793. Pretty exceptional radio, I might say. Fun joy. Any questions?
No, sir.
You sure?
Yeah.
You got it all?
Uh-huh.
Man, you're great. We'll end the show for us.
Alright, so thank you for watching. You guys can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
And as usual, we appreciate everything you do. Please subscribe. Why not? Hey, it makes us feel good. Right?
Yep.
Alright. You guys have a great night. We will see you later next time. Bye.